Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Daniel Field here on the campus of Hazard High School for the opening round of the 2024 Class 1A UK Healthcare Sports Medicine State Football Playoffs as the Harlan Green Dragons make the trip across Black Mountain to take on the Bulldogs of Hazard. I'm Jeff Campbell, along with my broadcast partner tonight, Mr. Dalton Chandler. Dalton, regular season's behind us. The playoffs start tonight. It's win or go home.
It is, and Hazard and both Harlan, they've had pretty good seasons so far. Hazard coming off a win against Clay County last week, and they got to be coming out here looking for more, trying to get to that next step in the playoffs.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that we've talked about all year long is when now that you're in the playoffs, it's win or go home, but you want to play clean. You want to be playing your best football, but you also want to be playing mistake-free. Limit the penalties, limit the turnovers, and that's one thing that Hazard has really done late in the season.
Yeah, they've been good at keeping their penalties under control. Last week they got a little out of hand, but throughout the season you could see them start working on that because they started off the season getting quite a few penalties, and then as their games progressed, they started taking those away and bringing the penalties down and playing some good clean football.
Good clean football, and Hazard, 6-4 on the season. They finished second in their District 8. 6-4, a really solid record. Harlan, their record, probably not as good as the folks in Harlan would want. 2-8 on the season, but they did finish third in their district. So a 2-3 matchup here in the opening round, and a lot of times the 1-4 matchups are a little more lopsided. Some of these 2-3s. Are a little closer, and we're hoping for a good football game here this evening.
Yeah, we sure are. And I think we'll have a good one on our hands.
I do too. We'll send it back to the station for our first commercial break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the players and some statistics and be a little closer to kickoff right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
Get a new debit card in minutes with First Trust Bank's instant issue debit cards. New and existing customers can take advantage of this new service that keeps a card in your hands and will never leave you waiting 7 to 10 days for access to your account. Call or visit any of our locations to learn more about how to skip the delay and get back to business today with First Trust Bank's instant issue debit cards. First Trust Bank, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. Instant issue subject to customer eligibility requirements.
I woke up this morning, time I boost up, 'cause I knew it's gonna be a long day.
Josh and Shasta get up every morning, tie their boots up, and start their long day working for hurting people across the state of Kentucky. If you're hurting due to a car wreck, let Josh and Shasta roll up their sleeves and start working for you today. Call the Mullins Law Firm at 436-HURT. Josh and Shasta are working for you at 436-HURT. Give us a call. This is an advertisement.
Nothing goes along with sports better than pizza, and nobody does pizza like Papa John's. Right now, you can dig into a delicious large Papa John's pizza with up to 5 toppings, or a Papa John's specialty pizza for just $14. Just mention the code 14ANY. That's 14ANY when you place your online or call-in order. $14 for a large 5-topping or specialty pizza. Delivery available at your local Papa John's in Hazard, Pikeville, or Paintsville.
Perry Vinyl and Metal Sales is located on the Combs Road in the former 84 Lumber Building. Come and see their huge selection of mobile home parts, including doors, windows, roofing, guttering, and lots more. Perry Vinyl and Metal Sales, a family-owned business serving Southeast Kentucky for many years. Come say hi or call their friendly, knowledgeable staff at 435-7639. That's 435-7639. Perry Vinyl and Metal Sales on the Combs Road in Hazard.
Back, folks, to Hazard High School's Daniel Field, where the Bulldogs of Hazard start the playoff run tonight against the Harlan Green Dragons. Wall-to-wall coverage tonight of high school football here on the East Kentucky Sports Network. Rundown of the games that we are covering tonight. Perry County Central at Boyle County tonight. That's the 4A playoffs, the opening round. That's on 101.1 WSGS. You can listen to Nathan Little and Randy Napier on the call of that one. Leslie County at Bracken County, the opening round of the 2A playoffs. That's on 97.9 WZQQ. Greg Napier, Phil Neese on the call for that one. And here tonight, on 104.7 WJMD, Hazard and Harlan in the opening round of the 1A playoffs. There's also video of tonight's game here at Hazard on WSGS Facebook and WSGS YouTube. I'm Jeff Campbell along with Dalton Chandler bringing you all the action tonight here from Hazard. Dalton, when you take a look at, the tail of the tape of these two teams, it sort of favors Hazard. Hazard comes in scoring 30.6 points per game. They're only allowing 22.3. The Green Dragons of Harlan have only scored 130 points this season. That's 13 points a game, and they're giving up 31.6. So just looking at those two statistics, you'd have to think advantage Hazard.
Yeah, and some other good facts is rushing yards and passing yards for both teams. And, Hazard coming in here with 1,276 rushing yards and then 2,205 passing yards. And you flip on over to Harlan Independent here, and you've got 1,294 rushing yards and 406 passing yards. So you see Harlan not really going to the air as much as Hazard does and keeping it on the ground.
Yeah, Harlan's going to want more of a controlled game. They're going to sort of ground and pound, let that clock run. And if if you're saying Hazard's the favorite, that's sort of the the recipe for an upset. If you're Harlan, if you can keep the ball on the ground, keep your offense on the field, keep it out of the hands of Hazard's skill guys. When you take a look at their quarterback, Max Pelfrey, Memphis Blankenship running the football, Jadrian Wells running the football, Gavin Johnson, Connor Holbrook, Javion Fullwood, David Napier, Javen White receiving the football. Hazard's very explosive, and they can score in many different ways, and that's one of the reasons that they finished second in their district, 6-4 on the season.
Yeah, we could talk about the defensive side here too. Hazard's got 3 top good players on defense, their top 3. You got Race Linden at linebacker, Jagger Fields, and also Kenyon Higgins there on the line. But tonight Kenyon will be out from his penalties last week. Yeah,
Higgins not in the lineup tonight for Hazard, and Hazard, maybe a little bit shorthanded as well due to the injury bug. They had some injuries last week. Mm-hmm. Anxious to see which one of those young men are able to suit back up. But the thing about Hazard's, they're deep. Just watching these teams warm up, I only counted 21 players on the field for Harlan. Hazard's going to be mid-40s. So Hazard's got a little more depth. Hazard's got maybe a little more experience, and they're going to want to come out and establish things early and try to get a lead on Harlan here early in this one.
Yeah, they're going to want to put this one away as quick as possible and control the game at their pace.
Yeah, these two teams. The last meeting between these two teams was November 2nd, 2018. Hazard got the better of Harlan on that night, 51-34. Since 2010, Hazard 8-0 over Harlan. Harlan's last win over the Bulldogs, you've got to go all the way back to September 30th, 1994. Where Harlan beat Hazard 21-6. So, history sort of on Hazard's side. The stats are sort of trending a little bit towards Hazard. But, one of the things about these kids from Harlan, Harlan Independent, I don't care what sport you play, they're tough, they're competitive, they're not going to quit, and they're going to give it their all. And that's what they're going to have to do tonight to win this football game. Yeah,
and Coach Brian Williams, he's going to make his team, and he's going to get them in that mentality tonight that we're going out here to put up our fight to keep our season on the line out here.
You're exactly right. Brian Williams, the head coach of the Green Dragons, very experienced coach. He was an assistant at U-Pike for a few years. Got to know him a little bit during his time there in Pikeville. The head coach for Hazard Bulldogs, Matt Chandler, can't really say enough about him. His first season as a head coach, and he's done a phenomenal job.
He sure has. He's put a great team together, come out here and fight every single game and does not give up.
We will go ahead and send it back to the station for another commercial break. They're getting ready for the pregame prayer and the national anthem. We'll be back to get you ready for kickoff right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
At TVS, we've been working hard preparing for the future. Well, the future is now. TVS offers digital cable, digital phone service, high-speed internet, and a fiber optic infrastructure. We're a local company putting money back into our local economy while supporting our local schools and organizations. What about those other guys? Those big out-of-town companies. What have they done for you lately? Mountain people serving mountain people. TVS 606-439-3167.
Are you or a loved one managing diabetes? At the Mary E. Martin Diabetes Center, located at Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky, we provide personalized, comprehensive care from a team of skilled local providers you can trust. Dr. John Jones, Dr. Kendall Bowling, and Larissa Miller provide personalized diabetes management plans, diabetic foot care, and insulin pump clinic, and much more. Take control of your diabetes with the support of caring professionals close to home. Call us today at 606-439-1300.
They are the electric motor headquarters, Maggard Electric, Southeast Kentucky's #1 to repair or replace your small electric motors. Maggard Electric is ESA approved. They can replace air compressor motors, swimming pool pumps, heating and cooling motors, motors for heat pumps, air conditioners, and so much more. Over 300 electric motors in stock, and if they don't have it, they can get it. Maggard Electric, still strong, still serving Southeast Kentucky, located 6 miles north of Hazard on Highway 15. Open 7:30 till 4, Monday through Friday, 436-6886.
With the Perry County Public Library card, you can check out books, movies, magazines, ebooks, as well as use their online databases that allow you to take online classes, repair your auto, or research your family history. Visit the library at 289 Black Gold Boulevard, Hazard, Kentucky. Call them at 606-436-2475 or visit their website, perrycountylibrary.org, for more information. The Perry County Public Library, your source for information, education, and entertainment.
Welcome back, folks, to Hazard High School's Daniel Field for tonight's opening round playoff matchup as the Bulldogs set to take on the Green Dragons of Harlan. I'm Jeff Campbell, along with my broadcast partner tonight, Dalton Chandler. Dalton, to me, this is one of the most exciting parts about high school football. After the anthem, after the prayer, when both teams run on the field, a lot of emotion and just truly a special, unique moment for high school football.
Yeah, and we're up here in the holler in Hazard here at Daniel Field, and you can't ask for much more on a Friday night.
No, just absolutely, beautiful weather. It's a little bit cool, but football fans would say this is football weather.
Yeah,
really warm throughout the season. Thankful, lucky not to have a whole lot of rain this season, and the weather definitely cooperating tonight, and hopefully continues to cooperate, and should have a perfect weather for a dandy football game.
We should have a good one on our hands, a good hard-fought one. Both teams going to come out and fight and go head-to-head the whole time.
Exactly right. We're waiting for the Bulldogs to take the field, running out of the doghouse, named after longtime Bulldog faithful Randolph Campbell, a super fan of Hazard for many, many years. And it's one of the traditions, that Hazard, started, a while back when Randolph was still with us. And it's one of the traditions that they've continued, since he's passed. And what a way to pay honor to such a special fan.
Yeah, it's good to see them always paying respect to him doing that, and it's something that the Bulldogs, I believe, will do from now on and never forget him and always keep him in their memory that way.
Exactly right. Awaiting the coin toss as Hazard's players are at the 50-yard line waiting for the Green Dragons to take their spot. 5 minutes and 30 seconds away from kickoff. A couple interesting notes here when I mentioned it on last week's broadcast. This is the 99th season of Hazard football. Next year will be the 100th anniversary since football started here at Hazard High School. Hazard, in 99 years, 649 wins after their win last week to only 380 losses and 24 ties. And I got curiosity got the better of me. I looked at Harlan. Harlan has been playing football for 104 seasons. Their total record during that time, 564 wins, 465 losses, and 27 ties. So when you take a look at that between these two teams in the history, over 2,000 football games played, and many young men in these communities representing their schools, representing their families, representing their communities, and truly a special matchup in that respect.
Yeah, both teams, they've always been good throughout history. Both teams have had really good teams come through their schools, and they've always put wins up there on the board. But each team takes losses as well.
That's right, and it's you're going to get some losses in 99 or 104 years.
Yeah, you're going to rack some up.
But you appreciate those wins, and next year I'm sure with the 100th anniversary of Hazard football, there'll be a lot of special events and recognition, and Hazard does a good job with that anyway. Really want to commend the folks here at Hazard for taking care of us. Athletic director Eddie Browning, principal Kathy Patrick, the folks down taking up tickets, everyone, here tonight makes it, us coming to do our job a lot easier and a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah, we always give a special thank you to those people as well.
Yeah, can't forget about Scott Napier and Wayne Sapp taking care of us up here in the booth, directing traffic, telling everybody where they need to be, and makes the game flow go a little bit easier for everyone involved. We're still 3.5 minutes away from kicking this thing off. We'll send it back to the station for one final break when we come back. Opening kickoff between Hazard and Harlan right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
It's the season of saving and upgrading with Appalachian Wireless. Get an iPhone 15, 128 gig on us. You heard me right, on us. With a new or renewed line on any Appalachian Advantage Unlimited plan, it's like they're giving it away. They kind of are. An iPhone 15, 128 gig on us. Visit your favorite Appalachian Wireless location or AppalachianWireless.com for terms and conditions. It's the season of savings because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
If your pipes are broke, your hot water's a joke. Who you gonna call?
Hot Valley!
And your drains won't drain, driving you insane. Who can you call?
Hot Valley!
Call 233-5936. Call 233-5936. You better call Todd.
Dig into a delicious deal at Fazoli's. Your favorite Fazoli's pastas are now just $4 for a limited time only. Enjoy tasty spaghetti with marinara sauce, hearty spaghetti with meat sauce, or creamy and cheesy fettuccine with Alfredo sauce for only $4. Yes, you heard right, just $4. These dishes include our signature garlic breadsticks, which are unlimited when you dine in. Big flavor, bigger value. Get these $4 pastas today only at Fazoli's.
The Fugit Family Chiropractic staff is highly knowledgeable and experienced, providing you with the leading-edge technology and proven techniques for optimum pain relief and minimal recovery time. If you suffer from neck or lower back pain, headaches, herniated or bulging discs, or even degenerative disc disease, don't spend another minute suffering. Fugit Family Chiropractic is also nationally certified to perform DOT and CDL physicals. No referral is needed, and walk-ins are always welcome. Fugit Family Chiropractic in Hazard and Whitesburg.
Welcome back, folks. Bulldogs take the field as they're set to take on the Green Dragons of Harlan in tonight's opening round of the KHSAA State Football Playoffs. The winner will go to Williamsburg next week. Williamsburg played last night, earned the victory. So the winner of this game between Hazard and Harlan on the road next weekend, Dalton, to take on Williamsburg.
Williamsburg, always a good team there, especially on their home field. They've had a pretty good season so far this year, too.
They've had a real good season, and I'm sure some folks from Williamsburg in attendance tonight doing a little homework, checking out the Bulldogs and the Green Dragons as both teams set to take the field. And it looks like Harlan has won the toss and elected to receive, so Hazard will kick things off to get this one started, and we'll start on defense tonight. Oh, he's got a bad habit, Dalton, and I just want to count and make sure there's 11 out there. If you see me counting, I'm just – not that I can do anything about it, but so many times you see one too many or not enough out there on special teams, but looks like both teams have 11.
Yep.
And we're set to kick this one off and get it started. Number 10 for Hazard, Titus Holland, will do the kicking duties tonight for Hazard. It's usually Kenyon Higgins. But Holland has it teed up, taking his steps and ready to put this one in play to get it started. Waiting on the signal from the official. And here we go. The kick from Holland, a little short pooch kick. And it's going to be recovered by Gavin Johnson. And the question is going to be whether it went 10 yards. I think it did. So the pooch kick onside recovery by Gavin Johnson should give Hazard the football. Beautiful kick from Harlan. Nobody put a body on Johnson.
He just ran right through there and grabbed it right out of midair.
Caught it like it was kicked to him. Kick catch interference against Hazard. So
down for Harlan.
So a penalty on the play against Hazard will allow Harlan to take over possession. I didn't see the flag on the play. It looked pretty well executed to me, but that's why I'm not a referee. So Harlan will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. Baylor Varner, the quarterback tonight for the Green Dragons, will be in the shotgun, 2 wide receiver set. He's going to get the ball, hands it off to number 10, Darius Acal. Short run for maybe 3 yards. But if you're Harlan, that's a good start, Dalton.
Ball's going to be down at the 46, it looks like. So it's going to be a gain of 3 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7.
Acal has 51 rushing attempts on the season for 181 yards, only 20 yards per game, but he does have 7 touchdowns on the season. Varner in the gun, takes the snap, hand off to Acal, running right side mid at the line of scrimmage, driven back for no gain. Good job by that Bulldog defense pushing him back.
Looks like he's going to lose 2 yards on that one right there.
Number 54, it's for Hazard. Number 54, John Sexton, the big defensive tackle, getting in the backfield, making the stop, brings up 3rd and 9 now for the Green Dragons.
Ball spotted on the 44-yard line.
And here's what you can't do if you're Harlan. You come up in these 3rd and long situations. Now Varner's going to have to put it in the air. He's only 47 out of 101 attempts, 47 completions on the year, and pretty much an obvious passing down right here. Varner in the gun, gets the snap, looking, tries to get rid of it quickly. It's hit and dropped. So the incomplete pass, Jonah Sharp couldn't have hauled it in, will bring up 4th and 9, and Harlan will bring on the punt team.
And this one looks like it's going to be punted off to Hazard here.
Yeah, Gavin Johnson back deep for the Bulldogs. Darius Acal to punt for the Green Dragons. And if you're Harlan, you want to try to keep it out of the hands of Gavin Johnson. Probably the most dynamic playmaker for these Bulldogs, and he can break one when he gets his hands on it. Here's a snap, Acal with a kick. Low line drive is going to be fielded by Johnson. He's going to come up the left side, makes a man miss. Now he's going to cut back right, stutter step, nearly gets by the defender. Gets out to about the 38-yard line. So nice return by Johnson to set up this Bulldog offense.
Now we're going to get to see the Bulldog offense here. You know, they got running back Memphis Blankenship and also quarterback Pelfrey out there as well.
Yeah, Max Pelfrey, 157 completions out of 241 attempts, over 2,000 yards, 20 touchdowns to only 6 interceptions. He has 8 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown, and 4 two-point conversions. It's going to be a false start on Hazard. Back him up. No, we're going to say offsides on the defense.
Encroachment.
Give Hazard 5 yards.
5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Bring up 1st and 5 for the Bulldogs. Dalton, you mentioned Memphis Blankenship. He has 800 yards on the season, averages 80 a game, 9 touchdowns. So a lot of weapons out there tonight for Pelfrey. Takes the snap, looking to pass. Drops back, looking, scans the field, runs to his left. It's going to be pushed out of bounds after a modest gain of maybe 2 yards. Nice decision by Pelfrey just to tuck it and turn it upfield, not throw an interception there.
Looks like the ball's going to be spotted right at the 44-yard line, so going to be a gain of 1.
Bring up 2nd and 4 for the Bulldogs. Pelfrey in the gun, 2 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right, and Blankenship on his left hip. Pelfrey, pass out in the flats to Gavin Johnson, tries to cut back, make a man miss, fights forward near the 50-yard line. It will depend on the spot, but it looks like it's good enough for a Hazard first down. Right there is where Johnson is so dangerous. You know, the short little swing pass, but he makes a couple guys miss, gains 4 yards, and gets first down. First and 10 for Hazard. 3 wide receiver set for Pelfrey. Gets the snap, looks to his right, hits Fullwood in the flat. He's rumbling, bumbling, makes a man miss, breaks through in the free. Thought he was gone inside the 30-yard line. Gain of about 21 on the play to Javion Fullwood, the big freshman tight end for Hazard. Just like that, Hazard marching down the field. First and 10 from the Harlan 30-yard line. Pelfrey calls for the snap, gets it. He's looking left, looking. Throws out in the flat to Fullwood. He couldn't hang on to it. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10.
You know, Pelfrey, really good quarterback at sitting back there in the pocket, scanning the field, trying to see his open routes and getting it to the right person at the right time.
He does a great job of that. He doesn't lock onto that first, his first read. He'll look to his second, third options. That time tried to check it down to Fullwood, just couldn't come up with a pass. 2nd and 10. Snap back to Pelfrey. Little slip screen to Johnson. He couldn't hang on to it. Incomplete pass will bring up 3rd and 10 now for Hazard. I think that pass may have been deflected by Harlan's number 17. I don't have a number 17 out there. Maybe it's Clem. Hunter Clem on the deflection.
Yeah.
3rd and 10 now for Hazard. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the top.
Ball spotted on the 30-yard line.
Pelfrey gets the call. Here's the snap. Feels pressure, and he's going to be dropped for a sack. Good defense that time by Harlan. They brought the pressure. Hazard couldn't pick it up. The sack's going to be a loss of 5, and that'll bring up 4th and 15.
Going to bring up 4th and 14 from the 34-yard line for the Bulldogs.
And here Hazard, where they're in the position on the field, a punt, not going to gain on many net yards, but a first down can keep this drive alive. 4th and 14 for Hazard. Defense jumps in the neutral zone. So the defensive penalty against Harlan.
Encroachment. Defense. 5-yard penalty remains. 4th down.
It was number 18, Hunter Clem, jumped in the neutral zone. Bring up 4th and 9 now for Hazard. 3 wide receiver set, 2 to the left, 1 to the right of Hazard quarterback Max Pelfrey. Here's the snap. Pelfrey's looking left, steps up in the pocket, feels some pressure. Now he's going to run it. Now he throws it. A little overthrew Javion Fullwood. The incomplete pass will be a turnover on downs. And the Green Dragons get the defensive stand and will take over on offense. 0-0 here in the first quarter. 8 minutes and 30 seconds left here in quarter number 1.
You know, Pelfrey tried to get it there to Fullwood to get that first down for the Bulldogs. Just didn't work out. Threw it a little over his head and a little outside for him. That way he couldn't get to it. And ended up hitting the ground there. It's going to be Harlan ball.
Yeah, Fullwood, a sure-handed receiver, and he's a great-looking receiver. He's a freshman, and he's just a big physical body and had a great year thus far as Javion Fullwood, 346 yards receiving, 5 touchdowns.
We'd like to congratulate Hazard Bulldogs senior Max Pelfrey on the past series. Max surpasses 7,000-yard threshold for his career.
Stop the game to present Max Pelfrey a commemorative ball. He just completed on that previous drive. He went over the 7,000-yard mark in his career. 7,000 yards, Dalton, a lot of yards.
Sure is a lot of yards.
And Pelfrey, a phenomenal quarterback for Hazard, and just had a great career here for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10 for the Green Dragons. Baylor Varner in the gun. Takes the snap, going a little toss sweep to a cow, turns it up for maybe a gain of 3, maybe 4 yards. Darius Acal, kind of player, Dalton, that you can tell early on Harlan wants to get the ball in his hands.
Yeah, if they're wanting to get it in his hands, let him get out in some open space.
Good job by the Bulldog defensive lineman stringing that one out. Big number 66, Isaac Begley, in on the stop. 2nd and about 7 for Harlan. This time we're going to hand it off to the running back up the middle. We'll go forward for maybe 3 yards. It's tackled by Jagger Fields on the play. Jonah Sharp on the carry. Bring up 3rd and about 3 now for Harlan. Big 3rd down for Hazard here. Harlan 0 for 1 thus far on 3rd downs this evening. Quarterback gets it, tries to roll to his left, feels some Bulldog pressure, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. Now there's maybe a flag on the play. Came in late. I didn't see really what it was. Maybe a face mask. So he's going to be waiting.
Personal foul. Face mask. Yard to the run. 1st down.
So the personal foul, the face mask penalty goes against Hazard. And what would have been a 4th down will move Harlan into Hazard territory. Be 1st and 10 now for the Green Dragons with the ball on the Hazard 49-yard line. Harlan coming out here holding their own thus far in the first quarter.
Sure are.
Varner in the gun. Jonah Sharp to his right. Varner fakes the pass, and he's going to be sacked for a loss. That's Hazard's number 77, Bryson Gayhart, on the sack. And
it's going to be sacked for a loss of 2.
Yeah, Hazard's defensive line just doing a good job putting the pressure on Varner. Drops him for a loss, 2nd and 12. 6 minutes, 34 seconds left here in the first quarter. We are still scoreless, 0-0. Varner back in the gun. Puts a Cal in motion. Hands it off to Sharp. Big hole up the middle. Nice run by Sharp. It's nearly a 1st down, maybe a gain of 8 or 9 before he's tackled on the play by Connor Holbrook.
Sharp found the hole there and just snuck right on through. Got him a gain of about 10.
So it was a gain of, it's going to be third and 3.
So he's going to get a gain of 9.
Ball is on the Hazard 42-yard line. Harlan coming out of the huddle quickly. Baylor Varner in the gun. Jonah Sharp behind him. 4 wide receiver set. Here's the snap. Hands it to Sharp. He goes up the middle. Goes across the 40, and depending on the spot, could have a Green Dragon 1st down.
It's going to be real close, it looks like.
Yeah, I was going to say it was short on the play, so 4th and less than a yard now for Harlan. Anxious to see if Harlan goes under center here. They've taken every snap thus far from the shotgun. Bulldog defensive coordinator Corey Martin calling out plays. Varner in the gun. Jonah Sharp behind him. Varner gets the snap, hands to Sharp. He's met in the backfield, falls forward, and it just depends on the spot. Good job. Nice run by Sharp, but also a good job by the Hazard defensive lineman. He just had a little head of steam, and let's call timeout for a measurement. So Dalton will have to wait and see how this one shapes out. Depends on the spot.
They're going to bring the chains out on this one.
You know, Harlan, thus far, very effective at running the ball between the tackles. Hazard, a couple stops for a loss, but overall, Harlan moving the football on the ground here against the Bulldogs. Give her cameraman Robbie and Neal, and it's going to be just short. Turnover on downs, gives it to Hazard. Great job on the camera. So the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10, 4:58 left here in the first quarter. Still tied at 0. Bulldog offense, first possession, Dalton.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 39.
Their first possession, they had 0 rushing attempts. They had 1 quarterback scramble by Pelfrey. Everything else was a pass through the air.
Yeah.
So we'll see a heavy dose of Memphis Blankenship on this one. Pelfrey in the gun. Johnson in motion, swings it out to him on the right side, makes a man miss, cuts it across the 40, out near the 45-yard line. So give Gavin Johnson a gain of maybe 5. Bring up 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs. I like that play call. It was a little misdirection. You thought Johnson was going to come across the formation, put his foot in the turf, and went back to where he came from. And
you got him a good gain of 5 on that one.
He did. Pelfrey rolling out to his left, looking, plants his feet, throws it. Has Connor Holbrook. Nice completion to Holbrook will be good enough for a Bulldog first down. Pretty pass that time for Max Pelfrey.
It's going to bring the ball up to the 42.
Holbrook doing a great job at that wide receiver position. 376 receiving yards on the year, 4 touchdowns. Pelfrey gets the snap. Here's a handoff to Blankenship. Cuts through the line, running over people for a gain of about 7. That run by Blankenship, he was running like he had a chip on his shoulder right there. Tough run by the senior running back for Hazard.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 3.
Jackson on the tackle for Harlan. Pelfrey, quick pass out to Johnson. One-on-one, makes a man miss. He's going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 10, the 5, touchdown, Gavin Johnson. Bulldogs strike first on a swing pass to Johnson, and he does the rest to put Hazard on top 6-0 here in the first quarter with 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining.
That's what you want to see right there if you're the Bulldogs.
Well, for Johnson, that's his 13th receiving touchdown on the year, already well over 100 yards, or 1,000 yards, excuse me. Bulldogs are going to go for 2. Shoptaw in at quarterback. Shoptaw fakes the handoff. He's rolling out to his right. He's going to try to get to the end zone. He's not going to do it, so he's going to come up short. So the 2-point conversion is no good. Hazard on top 6-0. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left here in quarter number 1. Back after this break right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
Your hometown's where you want to raise your family.
For Tanner Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, here's Daryl Billings.
0% financing for up to 72 months. Huge rebates, great trade-in allowances, and accommodating friendly service is what we're all about at Tanner Dodge in Stanton. We'll go the extra mile to get you the best deal possible and make your buying experience positive. Over 83% of the people we have sold to in the past few years have returned to buy from us again. Come see why. You'll be glad you did.
Come home to savings. Tanner Dodge Chrysler Jeep.
Welcome back, folks. Hazard on top 6-0 over Harlan after the 35-yard touchdown pass from Max Pelfrey to Gavin Johnson. The 2-point attempt was no good. Dalton, Hazard strikes first, and they're going to look to add to this here.
They sure are. You know, that's what you want if you're Coach Matt Chandler. You're wanting to put the first points on that scoreboard and show your competition what your team's made of so far.
Hazard nearly recovered the onside kick to start the game. Titus Holland back to put it in play for Hazard. Jonah Sharp back to receive. A little pooch kick. Comes short to Harlan. He fumbles it, falls on it, so Harlan did recover. In pretty good field position for the Green Dragons starting off, as they will have it near midfield on their own 42-yard line.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 42.
Couple scores from around the area. Boyle County 21, Perry Central 0. Breathitt up big over Walton Verona 42-0. The Cougars of Letcher Central on top of Taylor County 7-0. Shout out to Robbie Fields for keeping us updated on those scores. Snap back to Varner. He's in trouble. He's rolling left. Gets rid of it. Doesn't get back to the original line of scrimmage. Thought he may be flagged for intentional grounding. Referees are going to get together and talk about it. But, man, that Bulldog defense was after him hot and heavy there. There's a flag. It's going to be intentional grounding. And that's going to bring up a big loss for Harlan. Jagger Fields and C.J. Simpson putting the pressure on the Harlan quarterback.
5 yards from the spot of the foul and loss of down.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and a mile, as that's a spot foul.
It's 2nd.
It'll be second down. The ball was on the 42. It's going to be placed on the 16. So
looks like it's going to be placed on the 17.
It's about a 25-yard loss on the penalty.
So that's going to bring up second and 36.
Second and 36. You don't have many plays in a playbook for second and 36, but we'll see what Harlan draws up right here. Varner in the gun. Jonah Sharp behind him. Varner gets the snap, hands it to Sharp. He's met in the backfield and dropped by Race Linden. Just all over that play. And a fabulous stop by the junior linebacker from Hazard. Linden comes into this game, had 89 tackles on the season. Give him one more right there.
It's going to be a loss of 3 yards there.
Harlan going the wrong way. Hazard on top 6-0. 3 minutes and 13 seconds left here in the first quarter.
It's going to be 3rd and 39 from the 14.
What you want to do if you're Hazard right here is you want to make sure you don't have a penalty to give them a first down. You expect Harlan to maybe put it in the air. They're going to hand it off to Sharp. He's met in the backfield and dropped once again. So another 3-yard loss. This Bulldog defense is aggressive, and that's going to bring up 4th and 37 now for Harlan. When you talk about flipping the field position, Harlan punting pretty much from the goal line. Johnson out around the 40, so Hazard, unless he just unleashes a monster kick, will get the ball in Harlan territory. Here's the snap. Here's the punt from McCall. Low line drive. It's going to hit and roll. Johnson's going to be able to pick it up. He's going to go down the right side. Tries to make a man miss. Pushed out of bounds. A penalty flag on the play. May actually help Harlan out if it's against Hazard. We'll wait for the call. Hazard on top 6-0. It's going to be a block in the
10 yards
back.
from the spot of the foul. First down.
Going to be a block in the back against Hazard. But really, Harlan was in such poor field position, even with the penalty. Hazard's going to have a great field position starting off.
They're going to have really good field position starting off here. Ball's going to be spotted on the 41.
41-yard line of Harlan. Pelfrey in the gun. Bunch formation to the right. Single receiver and Gavin Johnson to the left. Pelfrey calls for it. Snaps back. Toss sweep to Blankenship. Short side of the field. 5-yard gain, 7-yard gain, knocked out of bounds. Nice run by Memphis Blankenship. He ran the ball till he ran out of real estate, then lowered that shoulder. I'll say he stepped out of bounds after about a 5-yard gain, 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4.
Looks like it's going to be a 6-yard gain.
Same formation from Hazard. 3 receivers bunched to the right. Johnson to the left. Blankenship in the backfield. Pelfrey. Little funnel screen to Johnson. He's caught and drugged down near the first down marker. Nice tackle by that time by Harlan's number 10, Darius Acal.
Ball's going to be spotted on the 37. Or the 32, my bad.
So it'll be 3rd and 1 now for Hazard. Hazard spreading this one out. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Good spot for a Blankenship run right here. Pelfrey get it, hands it to Blankenship. Up the middle. First down Hazard as Blankenship crosses the 15-yard line. Or excuse me, crosses the 25-yard line. Be spotted exactly on the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Hazard, 1:29 left here in the first quarter. Hazard on top 6-0. Good drive going by Hazard. Pelfrey in the gun. Gets the snap. Looking left. Throws it to Johnson. He's got room to the left side. Has to make a man miss. Stiff arm a cow. Gets inside the 10. Great run after the catch by Gavin Johnson. Comes up a little limp on the play, and that's certainly something you don't want to see if you're Hazard. So Johnson comes to the sideline. The ball's on the 11-yard line. 1st and 10, Hazard. Titus Harlan coming in to replace Johnson while he's being tended to on the sideline. 4 wide receiver set. Pelfrey in the gun. Blankenship to his right. Pelfrey gets a snap, fakes the handoff, throws it out in the flat. Good defense by Harlan. I think that was Hazard's number 4, Javen White, on the reception.
He's going to be brought down the backfield there for a loss.
Yeah, it'll be a loss of about 4. The little tunnel screen didn't work. I thought his forward progress got him a little further than that. Either way, it's going to be second and about 15 for Hazard.
It's going to be second and 15 from the 16.
Got time for one more play. Pelfrey in the gun, 3 receiver set. Gets the snap. Hand off to Blankenship up the middle. Juke lowers his head, falls forward, nearly gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And that will bring the first quarter to a close. Close ball game here, folks. End of 1. Hazard on top 6-0 over Harlan. We'll be back after this break. You're listening to high school football playoff action right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
It's the season of saving and upgrading with Appalachian Wireless. Get an iPhone 15, 128 gig on us. You heard me right, on us. With a new or renewed line on any Appalachian Advantage Unlimited plan, it's like they're giving it away. They kind of are. An iPhone 15, 128 gig on us. Visit your favorite Appalachian Wireless location or AppalachianWireless.com for terms and conditions. It's the season of savings because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Are you running into roadblocks that keep you from obtaining or maintaining employment? Perhaps you lack reliable transportation, or maybe you need ongoing child care. Whatever the obstacle, LKLP Community Action can help solve it. Their Workforce Solutions team can tailor their career services to meet your specific needs. Let them help remove any barriers holding you back from sustainable employment. Call 606-436-3161 or visit www.lklp.org to jumpstart your career today. In partnership with Kentucky Education and Workforce Development Cabinet through EKCEP.
Welcome back, folks, as we begin the second quarter of play. Harlan and Hazard here in the first round of the playoffs. Jeff Campbell, Dalton Chandler. Dalton, Hazard third and about 12. They can get a first down. They don't have to score a touchdown here.
Yeah, they can't get a first down, and with 2 extra yards to spare.
Yeah. Pelfrey with a snap. He's going to pass. Throws over the middle to Fullwood. Touchdown. Hazard, a little skinny post route from Javion Fullwood, and Pelfrey put it on the spot. So Hazard said, to heck with that first down. We'll just take the touchdown, and that puts Hazard on top 12-0.
Yeah, that was a good pass there from Pelfrey to hit Javion Fullwood there over the middle for the touchdown.
2-point conversion from Hazard. Blankenship's going to run it in really unopposed, and the 2-point conversion will put Hazard on top 14-0 back after this short break. You're listening to high school football right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
It should be easy to get healthcare you can trust close to home. That's exactly what UK Healthcare's North Fork Valley Community Health Center in Hazard is designed for. With a variety of services under one roof, from primary care to behavioral health, and an on-site pharmacy and lab to make it even more convenient for you. It's a provider that treats everyone regardless of ability to pay, all backed by the expertise of UK Healthcare, so you and your family can get healthy and stay healthy. Learn more at ukhealthcare.com/hazard.
Looking for fast, easy, and secure electronic banking? Community Trust Bank has a wide variety of banking services to meet your needs, including internet banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We now have even more great services like Apple Pay and Google Pay. Make payments directly from your smartphone. And Zelle, a fast, easy, secure way to send and receive money from your smartphone. Visit us on the internet at ctbi.com or stop by and see us at one of our 79 branch offices.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back, folks. Titus Harlan set to kick it off for Hazard. He's going to look a little onside kick. It didn't go 10 yards, so the penalty will give the Green Dragons the football. Hazard scored quickly there, Dalton, to start the second quarter on the Pelfrey to Fullwood touchdown. Yeah, 14-0 Bulldogs.
They were setting 13 yards out there starting the quarter, and Pelfrey just looked over the middle there to Fullwood, hit him in the perfect spot, right in stride, got him right in to the end zone.
Another score from Perry Central and Boyle County. Boyle County on top 42-0 with 1:10 to go in the first quarter. Harlan with the football. Great field position. They're already in Hazard territory. 1st and 10 for the Green Dragons.
From the 46-yard line.
A cow in the backfield. Gets the handoff, or takes it himself, sort of a wildcat play. He's met once again in the backfield by Hazard C.J. Simpson for the loss. C.J. Simpson playing an outstanding football game on defense tonight for Hazard.
That's going to spot the ball on the 49-yard line. Going to be a loss of 3 there.
If you're Harlan right here, you just want to see a play with positive yards. Their last drive before the punt, had the intentional grounding, had 2 straight plays of losses.
Yeah.
Now running the Wildcat formation, Darius Akal takes the snap and hands it off to Jonah Sharp, tries to get outside on the right edge. Knocked out of bounds by Holbrook. Flag on the play. Jonah Sharp just ran out of real estate, couldn't turn the corner. Good job by Holbrook stretching it out. Going to be a face mask against Hazard. That's the second face.
First down.
Second face mask penalty to call tonight on the Bulldogs. And, Harlan didn't gain the yards necessarily. Hazard helped them out with a freebie.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for the Green Dragons from the Hazard 38-yard line. Hazard on top 14-0. 11 minutes left here in the second quarter. A cow in the gun. Direct snap to a cow up the middle. It makes a man miss. Positive run for the Green Dragons. Give a cow a gain of about 3 on the play.
That's what Harlan's wanting to do. They're wanting to get the ball into the hands of their runners and just try to pound it up the middle, get some sneaky runs to the outside, trying to get closer and closer to pay dirt.
Yeah, and they give Harlan a lot of credit. Definitely trying to keep it in the hands of their best athletes. Coach Williams dialing up the plays over there on the sideline for the Green Dragons. 2nd and 7 now for Harlan. Bunch formation. Varner back in the gun. Handoff to a cow. It's across the 35-yard line, but not much more. Maybe down to the 34. We'll bring up 3rd and about 6. Appears we have a timeout, maybe an injured player. Cal comes out there without a helmet. They toss it back to him. We'll see if they're going to grant a timeout or give a timeout. It doesn't appear that they're going to, but a Cal will have to come out of the game after losing his helmet, and not having him out there on this 3rd and 6 play, not favorable for Harlan. Varner in the gun. Jonah Sharp behind him. 2 wide receiver set. 1 each way. Varner with a snap. Hands to Sharp. Tries to spin. Couldn't get out of the grasp of Jagger Fields. The big senior linebacker, stopped him for no gain. 4th and 6.
4th and 6 from the 34.
Anxious to see if the Green Dragons put the ball in the air right here. They've primarily kept it on the ground. The 2, passing attempts that they have not been very successful.
Yeah.
Might try to sneak one by the Bulldogs here. Baylor Varner, the quarterback, in the gun. Jonah Sharp fakes the handoff. He's rolling to his left. He is going to throw. Hits a tight end. Gets across the 30. Going to be a first down for Hazard. The big tight end, number 18.
It's Hunter Clem.
Hunter Clem. Nice little play action, little bootleg to the left side. Drug Clem across the formation. Got him one-on-one against the linebacker and picked up the first down. Nice play for Harlan.
That's their first pass through the air tonight to be complete.
1st and 10 from the Hazard 21-yard line.
That was a 13-yard completion.
Varner hands off to Sharp, tries the right side, bounces it outside, tries to spin. Good tackle on the edge over there by Hazard's number 4, Javen White, but not before. Sharp picks up about 7.
It's going to bring 2nd and 3.
Telling you, Jonah Sharp, Darius Acal, primarily running the ball tonight for Harlan. If they can get, through that initial line and get back to the second level, they've got some moves. They're a little shifty. Nice run that time by Jonah Sharp. Varner in the gun. We're going to have a false start on Harlan. Had 2 guys moving at the same time, so backed them up after the 5-yard penalty. Harlan sort of, shooting themselves in the foot, so to speak, right there, Dalton. They've had a positive drive going, had it 2nd and 2, now back it up 5. It's going to be 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8.
That's not what you want right there. You're that close to pay dirt right there, and you get that penalty backs you up 5 yards, and that's going to hurt a little bit.
2nd down. Varner hands it off to, it was Acal, cuts through the middle, dives forward. Nice run by Darius Acal. Get some of those yards back. We'll bring up 3rd and about 5.
Looks like it is going to be a gain of 3.
3rd and 5, 5.5, 3rd down for Harlan. 7:06 remaining here in the second quarter. Hazard on top, 14-0.
3rd and 5 from the 16.
Boy, if you're Harlan here, obviously you're in 2-down territory, so you need a positive play here. You don't want anything going backwards. Hazard looking to get another turnover on downs. Varner in the gun for the Green Dragons. And Harlan's going to take a timeout. I do believe timeout Harlan. We'll take it with them. Hazard on top, 14-0. 6:41 left here in quarter number 2. Back after this break right here in your East Kentucky Sports Network.
What's in a name anyway? Well, our answer is everything. Because we're the store that puts our promise to you right in our name. Save-A-Lot Food Stores. Now, Save-A-Lot isn't just a name we pick for ourselves. It's a name we've earned by bringing you only the best grocery items, freshest produce, and quality meat available at the best possible value every day. That's Save-A-Lot.
Save money at your local Save-A-Lot store in Hazard and in Hayden.
Since 1919, Mine Service Company has been servicing the coal mining industry with quality general mine supplies. Mine Service offers a wide variety of products, including electrical cable, mine roof support material, lubricants, conveyor belts, drain pipe, underground miner cap lights, quality boots, knee pads, bottled drinking water, and much, much more. Locally owned with locations on Highway 15 South in Hazard, in Wise, Virginia, and now their new hydraulic hose division on Willie Way across from Applebee's in Hazard. Mine Service Company.
Back, folks. Big 3rd down for the Green Dragons. Varner gets the snap, fakes the handoff. He's rolling, looking for it. Now he's being pressured by Hazard. He tries to get it to receiver, nearly complete to Clem. He couldn't hang on to it. The incompletion will bring up 4th and about 5. There is a flag on the play on that far sideline. Let's wait and see who it's on. I think they seem to be coming over to have a word with Coach Chandler. I think it's going to be against Harlan, and now they're going to have the chance to either accept it or decline the penalty. False start on the offense. Letcher Central on top of Taylor County, 14-0. The penalty is declined by Hazard. We'll bring up 4th and 5 now for Harlan. Thought that was a great play call by Harlan Dalton. A little play action.
Yeah.
Just the pressure from Hazard's, defensive line and linebackers just a little too much for the Green Dragons on that play.
It's going to bring up 4th down and 5 from the 16-yard line.
Big play right here for Harlan. Need a 1st down to keep the drive alive. Baylor Varner in the pistol formation. Fakes the handoff to Sharp. He's rolling, hits Clem in the flat. Tackled. Going to be short of the first down. Nice tackle that time by Hazard's number 13, Jadrian Wells. Just a nice stop by Wells. Ran the same play that they'd had some success with before. Hitting Clem coming across the formation. Wells not fooled that time. The turnover on downs gives the ball back to Hazard. 6:26 left here in the second quarter. Bulldogs on top, 14-0.
So Hazard's going to pick up from the 16-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10.
5 wide receiver set for Max Pelfrey. Still no Gavin Johnson out there. He left the game a little banged up earlier. Certainly hope he's okay. Pelfrey in the gun. Wells to his left. Pelfrey's going to pass. He's looking. Little screen pass to Fullwood. Down the middle, across the 25, out near the 30-yard line. So he's down about the 31. Little middle screen to the tight end, and the sure-handed Javion Fullwood pulls it in. Nice play there from Hazard.
That's going to be a 20-yard gain.
Bring up 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Ball is spot on their 31-yard line.
Or 15-yard gain, my bad.
Hazard will have the ball to start the third quarter. So a touchdown here from Hazard be huge if you're the Bulldogs. Pelfrey, handoff up the middle. Tough run that time by Jadrian Wells. Picks up about 8 on the play, maybe 7, but a good run from Wells. They do a real good job of interchanging Wells and Blankenship.
Yes.
Pelfrey in the gun, 4 wide receiver set. 2 each way. This time he's going to hand it off to Blankenship, runs across the left side, lowers his shoulder, runs over a man. Out gets near the 50-yard line, but the gain is good enough for a first down. So it's going to be on...
It's going to be a gain of 7.
Yeah, tough run that time by Blankenship. Pelfrey calls for the snap. Gets it. Looks over to the right. Pass bobbled and caught. Nice job by Harlan to corral the ball carrier. That pass was complete to Javen White.
And that's going to set Hazard back a little bit.
Yeah, White, give him a lot of credit. He's got a cast on that left arm, and hard to catch a football with a
cast on.
With a cast on, he bobbled a little, hauled it in, but Harlan's defense there to corral him for about a 3-yard loss. 2nd and 13 now for Hazard. Pelfrey in the gun, looks left, little tunnel screen out to Holbrook. Does pick up a few yards, a flag on the play. Hunter Clem in on the stop for Harlan. Anxious to see what this flag is. Maybe a little motion penalty against Hazard. Ineligible receiver downfield. So penalty against the Bulldogs will move them back. Should remain 2nd down.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
That's going to be about 2nd and 18 now for Hazard. Ball back to the 39-yard line. Pelfrey, empty backfield. Pelfrey in the gun. 4 wide receivers, plus the tight end and Fullwood. Everybody out in the pattern. Pelfrey feels pressure, tries to spin away. Can't get away. He's dropped for the sack by Clem. Great defense by the Green Dragons, and that's going to move Hazard back even further.
That's going to bring them back to the 34-yard line, so a loss of 5 right there.
Pelfrey does a great job keeping his eyes upfield, looking, trying to make a play, but give Hunter Clem and Harlan a lot of credit. Big defensive end fought through some blocks to drop Pelfrey for a sack. 3rd and a mile now for Hazard. Pelfrey in the gun, gets a snap. Steps up in the pocket. Now he's getting his eyes downfield, sets, plants, throws. The ball's going to be incomplete as Holbrook couldn't haul it in. Now it's 4th and long for Hazard. 4th and 23, 3 minutes, 27 seconds left here in the second quarter. Hazard on top 14-0.
If you're Hazard, you got to think about punting this right here.
Yeah, it looks like the punt team will be coming on. Number 57 for Hazard on the punt. Caden Brewer handles the punting duties tonight for Hazard. Gets a snap, boots it, low line drive kick, fair catch called for, but nobody's going to be there to field it. Takes a little bit of a Hazard bounce. The Bulldogs down it, but Harlan will take over 1st and 10 with 3:17 left in the second quarter. Hazard on top 14-0.
Number 57, Caden Brewer on the punt.
Nice punt that time by Brewer. Sort of flipped the field for Hazard. Harlan 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. 3 minutes, 17 seconds left. And here's one of these situations. If you're Harlan, you desperately need to put points on the board with Hazard getting the ball back to start the third quarter.
Yeah, because Harlan received to start the game off, so Hazard going to come out after halftime with the football.
Baylor Varner back in the gun for Harlan. Hands it off to Sharp. He's met in the backfield and dropped. May have spun forward for a gain, but if there's any gain there, it'll be minimal. 2nd and long now for Harlan.
Looks like no gain.
Good defense, good defense again, that time by Hazard.
You know, Hazard really good getting in there, stopping those little runs, meeting them there at the line of scrimmage, and getting the running back down.
Yeah, Isaac Begley, he was able to get off his block, make the tackle for no gain.
He's also made a couple of those here tonight on Sharp as well.
Yeah, he's doing a good job keeping his eyes on the ball. Varner in the gun. Snap, handoff to Acal. Tries the left side. He's met, wrapped up, and dropped. A couple Bulldogs in on that tackle. One of them was Jadrian Wells. Wells having a good game on the defensive end. Looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. 2:22 left here in the second quarter. Hazard 14, Harlan 0, right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
Alice Lloyd College is now accepting applications. ALC is one of the top colleges in America for graduating students with the least amount of debt, has approximately 98% of students employed or in graduate school 6 months after graduation, is the only college in the nation that financially supports graduates, is one of only 9 work colleges in the nation, and returns 81% of students back to the region. Go online and apply today. Alice Lloyd College. Stay close. Go far.
Welcome back, folks, to Daniel Field here at Hazard High School for the opening round of the state football playoffs. Harlan here to take on the Bulldogs. I'm Jeff Campbell, along with Dalton Chandler. Dalton, Hazard calling that timeout, killing the clock, trying to get the ball back right here one more time before halftime.
You know, if Hazard could force a turnover right here, they'd be in really good field position to maybe score again by the end of the half.
Yeah, we see if Hazard does get the ball back, we're going to see open up the offense, so to speak, and try to put points on the board. But it's 3rd and long now for Harlan. Varner in the gun, takes a snap. He's feeling pressure, and he is a lot of pressure. And Linden and Fields chasing him out of bounds. He does get rid of it. Ball's near the line of scrimmage. I think the referees are talking to see if there's going to be intentional grounding on this one. But it will bring up 4th and long, and Hazard doing a great job dialing up the pressure with Jagger Fields right there.
That's going to be 4th and 9 from the 29. You force a turnover on downs right here, you're in pretty good field position to punch 6 or 7 more. And, if you go for the 2-point conversion, you're going to put 8 more points on the board.
Exactly. Harlan set to punt. Darius Acal takes the snap. Puts it low line drive kick. Connor Holbrook back to receive. It's bouncing. He's just going to let it bounce. Be touched dead, and Hazard will take over near their own 30-yard line. So bring up 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. 2 minutes, 4 seconds left here in the second quarter. See this Bulldog 2-minute offense in full effect right here.
First and 10 from the 30.
Pelfrey in the shotgun. You'll have Blankenship beside him in the backfield. Coach Chandler is going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them back after this short break right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
Your vintage helmet turns heads. Your leather jacket has more zippers than a blue jean factory. Your fingerless gloves fit you like a, well, you know, no doubt about it. Owning a motorcycle makes you look cool, but insuring it with Kentucky Farm Bureau makes you look smart. You even get a multi-policy discount if you're already a Kentucky Farm Bureau customer. Kentucky Farm Bureau, now offering motorcycle insurance.
Visit or call Janet Smith, Kentucky Farm Bureau Agency Manager, or agents Major Gabbard and Chase Smith.
Back, folks. Hazard had to burn a timeout there. Had a few players late getting on the field, but they will take over first and 10. 2 minutes and 4 seconds left here in quarter number 2. Bulldogs on top 14-0.
You know, if you're Hazard right now, you can't ask for much more going in possibly to this second half with a 14-point lead, if not more.
Pelfrey hits Fullwood in the flat, lowers his shoulder, knocked out of bounds, gain of about 8, but it will stop the clock. Nice pass that time from Max Pelfrey. He's rolling out to his left and did a real good job planting his feet, getting his shoulder square before making that throw to Fullwood. Second and about 3. 1:57 on the clock. Pelfrey in the gun. Takes the snap, looks to the right, hits Fullwood. Makes a man miss across the 40, out near the 44-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 43, but it will be good enough for Hazard first down.
It's going to be first down. And, you know, Pelfrey out here, him and Fullwood's been hooking up quite a bit tonight.
Fullwood really impresses me. He's just a freshman. He's sure-handed. He's a big target, and he can move when he's in the open field. Pelfrey this time to Holbrook. Catches it, goes down the left side, runs out of bounds wisely to stop the clock, but that gain is going to be good enough for Hazard first down, maybe a gain of around 20 on the play. Dalton. Inside Harlan territory, the ball is going to be on the 37-yard line. First and 10, Hazard. Pelfrey. Another little pass out in the flat to Holbrook. Makes a man miss. He's going down the sideline. He may go. 5. Touchdown.
He's gone.
Nice play by Connor Holbrook. He got the reception over there, and I thought his knee may have been down when he touched it. But, he was able to scoop it up, make a man miss, and got tremendous speed down the far sideline, and the touchdown is going to put Hazard on top 20-0 with 1:23 left here in the second quarter.
And if you're Hazard, that's the icing on the cake for this first half for you right there.
Yeah, that's what you wanted. You know, Coach Chandler, he's getting after his guys a little bit when he had to take that time out, and I think the message was very well received as Hazard responds in kind with a 32-yard touchdown from Pelfrey to Holbrook. Bulldogs going for the 2-point conversion. Shoptaw in at quarterback. Going to have delay a game on Hazard, so the penalty will move the 2-point conversion attempt back 5 yards. Maybe it's an illegal substitution. So now Pelfrey in at quarterback to try to get the 2 points. 5 wide receiver set. Look for Javion Fullwood right here. Pelfrey calls for the snap. Receivers run out. Pelfrey steps up, throws to Holbrook. Couldn't hang on to it. Incomplete pass, 2-point conversion, no good. But Hazard on top 20-0. 1:23 left before halftime. Back after this break right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance, Little Flower Clinic, and Quantum Healthcare is raising awareness about breast cancer. Early detection saves lives. Wear your pink to show your support and help spread the message of early detection, treatment, and hope. Let us help with scheduling a screening. Call Little Flower Clinic at 487-9505 or Quantum Healthcare at 436-0711. Together, we can make a difference.
Welcome back, folks, to Daniel Field here at Hazard High School. The Bulldogs lead the Green Dragons of Harlan 20-0. 1:23 left here in quarter number 2. Jeff Campbell, Dalton Chandler. Dalton, Max Pelfrey's having himself a night. 3 touchdown passes, a 35-yarder, a 14-yarder, and a 32-yarder. All 3 different receivers.
Yeah, Pelfrey and the connection with his receivers are really showing tonight here.
Yeah, exactly right. Hazard set to kick off. Titus Holland doing the kicking duties tonight for Hazard. Back to receive for Harlan, Jonas Sharp, and Darius Acal. Holland puts a boot to it. It'll be short, caught and downed on the 40-yard line. So good kick by Holland, not much of a return for the Green Dragons. And Harlan will take over first and 10. 1:19 left here in the second quarter.
First and 10 from the 40.
So Harlan will take over on their own 40-yard line. 60 yards to go to pay dirt. Will be Baylor Varner back in at quarterback for the Green Dragons. Jonah Sharp behind him. Receiver in motion. Handoff to Sharp. Ball's on the ground. Fumble. I think Hazard got it. The fumble on the play. And Hazard very opportunistic on defense. Number 57, Caden Brewer. We've called his name a time or two tonight. Dalton comes up with a big fumble recovery. And now Hazard with 1:14 short field. Another chance to put some points on the board. Max Pelfrey in the gun. Bunch formation. 4 wide receivers set, 2 each way, but they're in tight. For Pelfrey, hand off down the right side to David Napier. Lowers his shoulder, knocked out of bounds. Good run that time by Napier. Gets positive yardage on the play, and more importantly than anything, goes out of bounds and stops the clock. 1:08 now left in the second quarter.
Looks like going to be a gain of about 6 yards there. Going to bring up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 for Hazard.
From the 29-yard line.
Pelfrey and Blankenship in the backfield. 4 wide receiver set. Pelfrey takes the snap. Looks, throws back to his right. Hits Holbrook. Falls forward. The gain is good enough for a Hazard first down, so that'll stop the clock temporarily.
Going to be a gain of about 5.
Hazard being very effective with those little tunnel screens. Holbrook having a good night receiving the football. Pelfrey having a good night throwing it.
1st and 10 from the 24.
Pelfrey looks right, throws left, back to Holbrook, catches it, goes down. This time short of a first down. A gain of about 5 on the play will bring up 2nd and 5. But the clock's moving. Time is out by Hazard. We'll keep it right here. Sort of set the stage for you. Finish this second quarter. 41.7 seconds left here in the second quarter. Hazard on top 20-0. Dalton looking to add to that right here.
Yeah, Hazard wants to punch this in and get a very outstanding lead going into halftime. And, a lead that'll probably be harder for Harlan County to catch back up and try to shift the tides back over to their side.
Yeah, Harlan, not really known for scoring quick. We said in the pregame they're more of a ground and pound team.
Yeah.
They want to keep it on the ground, and they've done that thus far. Yeah. Keeping it in the hands of Jonas Sharp, Darius Acal, Baylor Varner with one nice completion to Clem.
Yeah.
But, Hazard, you're working from ahead. You put a little more pressure on Harlan's offense, and that's advantage Hazard.
Yeah, Hazard, Pelfrey playing an outstanding game right now, hooking up with his receivers almost every time that he gets the ball out of his hands. And he's also got Memphis Blankenship there that he can also hand the ball off to and get positive yards with.
Pelfrey will, a lot of times he'll look to one side of the field and throw back to the other, and it's hard to do. This time he's looking right. Lobs it up over the middle to Fullwood. Thought there may have been some pass interference there. His feet got tangled up with a defender. No flag on the play. We'll bring up 3rd down now for Hazard.
3rd down from the 20.
36 seconds left here in quarter number 2. The opening round of the state high school playoffs in Kentucky. A lot of teams will move on to next week. A lot of them will have to bring their season to an end. Pelfrey in the gun, 5 wide receiver set, takes it, looks left, hits Holbrook. Got some blockers out front, down the sideline, pushed out of bounds. The gain will be good enough for another Bulldog first down. And depending on where he went out of bounds at, it may be first and goal here.
Looks like he's going to go out of bounds around the 13.
So Hazard can pick up a first down inside the 3-yard line. 31 seconds now left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Hazard on top 20-0. Timeout this time taken by Harlan. We'll take it with them. We'll step away for a short break right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
When it comes to banking, you need a bank that is ready and willing to help you realize your dreams. At People's Bank and Trust, customers come first, offering you a relationship with local people that's built on trust and respect. People's Bank and Trust shares your vision for success, and their team can help you see the results. That's People's Bank and Trust of Hazard. Member FDIC.
Welcome back, folks, to Daniel Field here at Hazard High School. Hazard looking to add to their lead. They're on top 20-0 over Harlan. 31 seconds left here in the second quarter. I'm Jeff Campbell along with Dalton Chandler. 5 wide receiver set now for Hazard.
Ball on the 13-yard line.
4 wide receivers to the right. Connor Holbrook up top to the left. Pelfrey looking. Hits Holbrook back of the end zone. Touchdown.
He caught it.
Holbrook, I couldn't tell if he caught it or not. And a great catch that time by Connor Holbrook, his second touchdown reception of the 9. He really had to extend and get that one, and then took a hit.
Yeah, he took a hit right there in the end zone when he was catching it.
Hazard will go for 2. 25.5 seconds left. Hazard on top 26-0. Here's Pelfrey rolling out. He's going to lower a shoulder, runs over a guy at the goal line, gets in for the 2-point conversion. What a run by the senior quarterback, Max Pelfrey. And that will put Hazard on top 28-0. 25.5 seconds left here in the second quarter. Dalton, Hazard was ahead 6-0 at the end of the first quarter.
Yep.
22 points here in quarter number 2, and they lead comfortably now 28-0.
And if you're Hazard's coach, if you're Matt Chandler right now, there's nothing more you could ask from your team. You know, they come out here and they have fought really hard and gave it everything they've got in this first quarter to build this lead right here over Harlan.
Yeah, they've definitely put themselves in a position to, get the win and advance to play Williamsburg next Friday, but still got a half of football left to play. And, Harlan, again, we mentioned it in the pregame. A lot of these kids, they don't quit. They're tough. Just from a program, they've been playing football for over 100 years, and they know that there's a lot of pride in those Green Dragons, and they're going to try to limp into halftime here, so to speak, and regroup and see if they can't come out and cut into this lead here in the second half. Titus Holland to kick things off here for Hazard. Kick, a little onside kick, ball's on the ground, and it's going to go out of bounds. So the procedure penalty will go against Hazard, give Harlan a few yards, but not much time for the Green Dragons. 25.5 seconds left here before halftime. Hazard nearly recovered that onside kick.
So it's going to be first down for the Green Dragons. Looks like the ball will be spotted right at the 50-yard line.
So Harlan at midfield. First and 10 for the Green Dragons. Anxious to see how conservative Coach Williams and the Green Dragons play this with just a few seconds left here, and Hazard, they can score and score quickly if they were to get a turnover. Baylor Varner back in the gun. A Cal in motion. He gets the handoff, running right side, gets around the edge, falls forward for a gain of about 3 yards, maybe 2 yards.
Looks like it's going to be about 2.
I thought he fell forward, but they said his knee must have gone down.
2nd and 8 from the 48.
2nd and 8 from the 48, and they're just going to let the clock
let it
run
go.
out. Yeah, we're going to go to halftime, folks. Hazard up big in this one, 28-0 over Harlan. We'll step away for a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll have some halftime stats and analysis for you. Maybe keep you updated on some scores right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
Let's face it, in today's world, it's easy to get the feeling that the world is against you. So it's really nice to know that you do have someone on your side. The law offices of David A. Johnson. Accidents and injury law, personal injury, commercial vehicle accidents, criminal and capital offense cases, drug-related cases. David A. Johnson, Justin Noble, and Michael Johnson will fight for you. Call for a free consultation, 435-1552. Visit them at 461 Main Street in Hazard, online at davidajohnsonlaw.com or on Facebook. This is an advertisement.
At Kemper Furniture, we're ready for hometown Friday night lights. There's nothing like high school football, and it's that time of year. We want to ask all of you to get out and support your favorite team, players, fans, and cheerleaders. If you can't be there in person, tune in at WSGS and cheer on your favorite team from home. You can even come up, see us at Kemper Furniture, and get yourself a Lazy Boy recliner to kick back in while you cheer on your favorite team. At Kemper Furniture, we are families serving families since 1963.
Quality Care Medical Equipment and Scrubs in Hazard can meet all your needs, from medical equipment like diabetic shoes, post-mastectomy supplies, wheelchairs, crutches, canes, walkers, and more, to a wide variety and extended size scrub uniforms like Med Couture, Healing Hands, Grey's Anatomy, and Cherokee. They also carry nursing shoes, medical accessories, Littman products, Vera Bradley, and more. Stop in and let them know how they can help you today at Quality Care Medical Equipment and Scrubs.
HCTC recently received notice that its registered nursing programs have earned national accreditation.
What does this mean for me?
An affordable, high-quality opportunity to pursue your dreams. You can become a well-trained nurse debt-free thanks to the countless scholarship opportunities at HCTC. Learn from the best our region has to offer at Hazard Community and Technical College. Call us today at 606-487-3293.
East Kentucky Carpet One has been serving Eastern Kentucky for more than 45 years, and we are proud to say that we are still here with the same quality family-owned business. We have experience in commercial and residential properties with a fully stocked warehouse. We also have access to luxury vinyl waterproof flooring, tile, carpet, and much more. Professional installation is also available. Stop by East Kentucky Carpet at 204 Willie's Way or give us a call at 606-439-3858. East Kentucky Carpet One.
Let's face it, in today's world, it's easy to get the feeling that the world is against you. So it's really nice to know that you do have someone on your side. The law offices of David A. Johnson. Accidents and injury law, personal injury, commercial vehicle accidents, criminal and capital offense cases, drug-related cases. David A. Johnson, Justin Noble, and Michael Johnson will fight for you. Call for a free consultation, 435-1552. Visit them at 461 Main Street in Hazard, online at davidajohnsonlaw.com or on Facebook. This is an advertisement.
Welcome back, folks. Halftime here at Hazard High School. Daniel Field, the opening round of the 1A state playoffs between Hazard and Harlan. Hazard leads at the half 28-0. They led after the first quarter 6-0 and then had a big second quarter. And Dalton, just a huge night thus far from Max Pelfrey.
Yeah, Max Pelfrey.
4 touchdown passes on the night.
You know, Max Pelfrey, he's been slinging the ball around. He's got it in the air most of the night. You know, that's where they've been most of the night. Not too many rushing yards on the night so far, with only 51 rushing yards together as a team. But the number that sticks out the most for me is 226 yards in the air already in the first half.
Yeah, and he's just, he's a senior. He doesn't get rattled. You know, he was sacked a couple times. Had some receivers drop some balls, but he's stuck with a game plan. Done a really good job, been effective back there at quarterback. His first touchdown pass was a 35-yarder to Gavin Johnson. Then for a 35-yarder. Then he hit Javion Fullwood on a 14-yard touchdown strike. then comes back with back-to-back touchdown passes to Connor Holbrook, a 32-yarder with 1 minute and 23 seconds left in the second quarter, and then a 13-yard touchdown pass to Holbrook with 25.5 seconds left in the second quarter. So Hazard scoring 2 touchdowns, 14 points in about a minute to extend this lead 28-0 over Harlan.
To mention there at the end of that half, Pelfrey also ran in for that 2-point conversion there too. He moved the guy right off his way to get into that end zone.
He sure did. 2-point conversions for Hazard tonight. One from Memphis Blankenship, and then, like Dalton said, the second one coming from Max Pelfrey. Harlan, primarily kept the ball on the ground and done an effective job of doing that. But Hazard, just with that quick strike offense, is proven to be the difference in the first half.
Yeah, Hazard, the offense that they run, they're giving Pelfrey 4 and 5 receiver sets at each time with a tight end in Fullwood, and he's hitting them every time.
Yeah, he's done a real good job using his eyes. He one of the touchdown passes to Holbrook, he looked to the right and then threw it back to the left. And when you do that, it fools the defense. The safety, they're taught to read the quarterback's eyes, and he catches them out of position. And give Hazard's receivers tonight a lot of credit. Gavin Johnson come up injured, come out of the game, and he's been their primary receiver on the season. Has now 13 touchdowns, well over 1,000 yards, averages over 100 yards a game receiving. But in his absence, Javion Fullwood, Connor Holbrook, Javen White, David Napier, all with receptions tonight, stepping up and collectively, filling that void without Gavin Johnson.
Yeah, when you go down with a player like Johnson, with how much he puts into this team and how big of a player he is on this team, it's good to have ones around him that will step up and take his place when he's not able to be out there on the field.
Well, and he does such a, he's sort of the cowbell for that Hazard receiving corps.
Yeah.
And you're not going to make it up with one guy.
Yeah.
One guy is not going to step up and put up the numbers that Gavin Johnson has put up, but collectively, as a receiving corps, they have.
Yeah.
They've allowed Pelfrey to spread it around. They've come down with some tough catches. That one catch from Holbrook was in traffic, hauled it in, took the hit, and held on to the ball for, another Bulldog touchdown. And, this first half, it's been all Hazard.
Yeah, Holbrook, he's a very good receiver. He's just a sophomore as well, so he's got 2 more years on this Hazard squad here.
Yeah, and the future is bright for Hazard. When you look down their list, obviously, Pelfrey's a senior, Memphis Blankenship's a senior, but Javen White's a senior. But a lot of the other names that we've called tonight, Shoptaw, he's the backup quarterback. He's just a freshman. Jadrian Wells, a sophomore. Gavin Johnson, Connor Holbrook, sophomores. Javion Fullwood, just a freshman. So, a lot of pieces to this Hazard offense will be back out here for Hazard next year.
Yeah, Hazard's going to have a really good team here in the years to come as well. So, and Matt Chandler, he's took this team and he has got them in contention to where they can play in any game that they step foot on the field in.
I think you're right. They've played, one of the best teams we've seen this year in the mountains. Corbin, the Red Hounds.
Yeah.
And, Hazard led Corbin at halftime.
They sure did.
A lot of people saw that score and. A lot of people was like, "What in the world's going on?" But those are people who haven't seen Hazard play. And Hazard able to put up some points. They're solid defensively. They're well on their way to winning this one tonight. And it's not over yet.
Yeah.
Obviously Harlan. Give a lot of credit to Coach Brian Williams and his crew. Baylor Varner, Jonah Sharp, Darius Acal, doing a great job. Trying to keep Harlan in this one, but they've had a couple plays, a big penalty, an incomplete pass, a false start that's really backed them up and given Hazard a short field. And when you give, Max Pelfrey and this Hazard offense a short field, they're going to make you pay.
Yeah. Talking about the short field there, they gave them 13 yards out down here, and then that's when Pelfrey just hit a receiver over the middle there for a touchdown. They gave him the short field and allowed him to score.
Yeah, and Hazard, once again, on top of this one over Harlan, 28-0 at halftime. We'll step away for another commercial break. When we come back, we'll get you ready for second half action right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
At Kemper Furniture, we're ready for hometown Friday night lights. There's nothing like high school football, and it's that time of year. We want to ask all of you to get out and support your favorite team, players, fans, and cheerleaders. If you can't be there in person, tune in at WSGS and cheer on your favorite team from home. You could even come up, see us at Kemper Furniture, and get yourself a Lazy Boy recliner to kick back in while you cheer on your favorite team. At Kemper Furniture, we are families serving families since 1963.
Quality Care medical equipment and scrubs in Hazard can meet all your needs, from medical equipment like diabetic shoes, post-mastectomy supplies, wheelchairs, crutches, canes, walkers, and more, to a wide variety and extended size scrub uniforms like Med Couture, Healing Hands, Grey's Anatomy, and Cherokee. They also carry nursing shoes, medical accessories, Littman products, Vera Bradley, and more. Stop in and let them know how they can help you today at Quality Care Medical Equipment and Scrubs.
HCTC recently received notice that its registered nursing programs have earned national accreditation.
What does this mean for me?
An affordable, high-quality opportunity to pursue your dreams. You can become a well-trained nurse debt-free thanks to the countless scholarship opportunities at HCTC. Learn from the best our region has to offer at Hazard Community and Technical College. Call us today at 606-487-3293.
East Kentucky Carpet One has been serving Eastern Kentucky for more than 45 years, and we are proud to say that we are still here with the same quality family-owned business. We have experience in commercial and residential properties with a fully stocked warehouse. We also have access to luxury vinyl waterproof flooring, tile, carpet, and much more. Professional installation is also available. Stop by East Kentucky Carpet at 204 Willie's Way or give us a call at 606-439-3858. East Kentucky Carpet One.
Welcome back, folks, to Daniel Field here at Hazard High School for football playoff action tonight between the Green Dragons of Harlan as they are in town to take on the Bulldogs. We're at halftime where Hazard leads 28-0. And Dalton, another special night here at Hazard High School. They had their Football Hall of Fame induction at halftime, and we definitely want to recognize these folks for being inducted into the Hazard High School Football Hall of Fame. Alan Fugit, he's a 2010 graduate of Hazard High School. Gene Combs graduated Hazard in 1985. Joey Childers Jr. graduated from Hazard in 1974. David Carmichael graduated in 1985. And Wally Bellis graduated from Hazard in 1986. So all five of these men inducted tonight into the Hazard High School Football Hall of Fame, and definitely well-deserved, and, congratulations to those men.
Yeah, you always want to give thanks to your alumni players by, for their great accomplishments they had here at your school by inducting them into the Hall of Fame, or just appreciating them in any way you can.
I agree, and, you really – can't have what you have in the present without acknowledging what you had in the past. And, Hazard High School playing football for 99 years, a lot of people to choose from to put in that Hall of Fame. And
those people were the stepping stones for these people.
No, you're exactly
these
right.
kids that are out here playing today.
I can remember, being a young boy coming up here to watch Hazard play, and it was always, a cool environment. No bleachers on the other side, but you gotta, we used to have to park at Hardee's.
Yeah.
And they had the old footbridge across Highway 15, and you'd walk across it and walk up the hill, and just always a great atmosphere. And I saw some really good players play for Hazard back in the day. And then, in my, 28-year now teaching career, you've seen a lot of phenomenal players for Hazard. And, that's one of the reasons they've always had a successful football program. And that's one of the reasons why they're having a lot of success this year.
Yeah, Hazard has always been known for, kind of their football program and their football success over the years. They've won a state tournament before.
Oh, yeah. Coach Dixon led them to the state championship in 2011, I do believe. I hope I got that right. But, a lot of history here at Hazard, and these young men out here tonight playing for the Bulldogs sort of, trying to add to that legacy, Dalton. They're hoping to get a win here. They're up over Harlan, 28-0 at halftime, and sort of in control. The first quarter, sort of like a boxing match. Both teams sort of feeling one another out. They both landed some punches. They both took some punches. Hazard struck first with 3:50 left in the first quarter, and they've really not looked back. Scoring 3 touchdowns in the second quarter to lead this one comfortably 28-0. But Harlan, give them a lot of credit. They come in here. They knew that it was sort of an uphill battle. They're going to run the ball. They got to control the line of scrimmage. And, at times they did that. At times they look really good on offense. At times Hazard's defense was a little too much for them. But Harlan, halftime, you make some adjustments. You find something that works, and you try to claw your way back in this one.
The team that wins this one here tonight, they're looking forward to playing Williamsburg next Friday.
Yeah, the winner of this one will play at Williamsburg. Williamsburg victorious in their opening round playoff game last night. Actually played on Thursday, and from what I heard, it was the sort of KHSA directive. If you want to have a full umpiring crew, if you want to have a 5-man crew or 7-man crew, you need to look at maybe playing some games on Thursday or Saturday. Some teams with a shorter drive, took advantage of that Thursday night game, and I think there were 3 games across the state last night, but the majority of them, taking place this evening, and 3 of them in our coverage area. Hazard on top here, Perry Central down big at Boyle County, but Boyle County is just a different animal. They're ranked in the state. They're ranked nationally.
Ranked 14th nationally and number 1 in the state.
They're 4A, but arguably the best football team in Kentucky.
I would say that, yes.
Yeah, my good friend of mine, Justin Haddix, coaches Boyle County, and certainly wish him the best as he continues his playoff run from Breathitt County. Won a couple state titles at Breathitt County, went on to successful quarterback career at Western Kentucky University, and just an all-around good guy. He knows football, and he's able to get his kids to play, and he's fun to watch. And I always enjoy, supporting Boyle County. Not when they're playing, one of our teams, obviously, but would have loved to see Perry Central pull the upset. But I think Boyle County just a little too much in that one.
Yeah, Boyle County, they got some outstanding athletes out there, and just coached right. That's what you got to have. You got to have a coach that coaches them right. Yeah, when you got a team like that.
Montavian Quisenberry, originally committed to West Virginia, flipped his commitment to Kentucky, and certainly wish him and the best. And any of these kids going on to play football at the next levels. We're winding under 1 minute before kicking this one off here in the third quarter between Hazard and Harlan. We appreciate you folks tuning us in here on the East Kentucky Sports Network. Once again, we're on 104.7 WJMD. You can also catch us live on WSGS YouTube and Facebook. And the other games in our broadcast area, Perry Central and Boyle County, that one's on 101.1 WSGS. Leslie County at Bracken County, that's on WZQQ 97.9. Certainly not got a score from that Leslie County game. Hope the Eagles are holding their own up there in Bracken County against the Polar Bears.
Yep.
Up on the Ohio River.
Leslie County got a pretty good team over there as well this year.
Yeah, Leslie County, they had some injuries, and, sort of, hurt them, but it was at a point early enough in the season, maybe you're able to rebound from it a little bit, get a playoff run going for the folks over in Hyde and Harlan County. Puts the ball on the tee, and we're ready to get started here in the third quarter from Hazard High School's Daniel Field.
Hazard set to receive this one. Looks like he got Holbrook and White back there to receive.
Yeah, and see if Harlan chooses to kick it back there. It's going to be a short kick. It's going to be bounced and fielded by Holbrook. He's got an alley. He crosses near midfield, makes a man miss. He's going to score the 20, 15, 10, 5 touchdown. Have yourself a night, Connor Holbrook, as he returns the opening kickoff of the third quarter to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
He caught that one back around the 20-yard line and just took it straight to the house.
And it was a kick that was not easy to field. It bounced, and he finally, caught it cleanly. And once he got up to speed, he got out around midfield. You could tell nobody was going to catch him as he makes the lead 34-0 for Hazard.
That's about an 80-yard return there for Holbrook.
Hazard going for the 2-point conversion. Pelfrey and Blankenship in the backfield. Pelfrey with a snap. Hands off to Blankenship. Runs right side in the end zone. Touchdown. Or 2-point conversion is good. Hazard on top 36-0 with 11:46 left here before halftime. Back after this break right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
Get moving again with Hazard ARH Orthopedics' full range of services to diagnose, treat, and repair bones, joints, and connective tissue. Our skilled surgeons and healthcare providers use the latest techniques to help you regain mobility. From knees and hips to shoulders and elbows, we offer both non-surgical treatments and advanced surgical options, including minimally invasive procedures and joint replacements. Don't let pain hold you back. Call Hazard ARH Orthopedics at 487-7649. ARH, more for Appalachia.
First Trust Bank now has instant issue debit cards. If your debit card is lost or stolen, has a damaged strip or chip, we can replace it quickly and get you back to your busy life in an instant. Nobody can afford to wait 7 to 10 days for a new debit card, and now you don't have to with First Trust Bank's instant issue debit cards. A quick solution to our customers' needs is another reason to look at us first for a bank you can trust. First Trust Bank, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. Instant issue subject to customer eligibility requirements.
Welcome back, folks. Hazard making short work of scoring that first touchdown in the third quarter as Connor Holbrook takes the opening kickoff to the house on 80-yard kickoff return. Now Hazard kicks off to Harlan. Kick goes out of bounds, so Harlan will take over. Waiting for the word from our official.
Kicking team. Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Harlan on the 35-yard line after the illegal procedure against Hazard for the kick going out of bounds. 1st and 10 Green Dragons. And Dalton, if you wanted a positive start for Harlan, you didn't get it.
No, giving up that punt return or that kickoff return for a touchdown plus a 2-point conversion. That's not how you wanted to come out here and start this game if you're Harlan.
And now, if you're Harlan, you got a lot working against you.
Yeah.
And now the clock is definitely working against you with the running clock here in the second half as Varner hands a snap, handoff to a cow. He spins out of one tackle. He's going backwards, drugged down, tackled for about a 10-yard loss by Hazard. A flag is on the play. See what this is. If it's against Harlan, Hazard may decline the penalty because maybe a 12-yard loss on the play. Jagger Fields and company, Race Linden dropping him for a loss.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. That penalty is declined. Second down.
Called it right that time. Hazard declines the penalty. So the huge tackle for a loss will bring up 2nd and long now for the Green Dragons. 2nd and 20. 10-yard loss on the play by a cow. But credit that defense from Hazard. They just swarmed the ball carrier that time. Wouldn't let him get away.
2nd and 20 from the 25.
Baylor Varner in the shotgun for Harlan. Takes the snap, handoff to a cow, tries left side. Met and dropped near the line of scrimmage.
Going to be a loss of 2, it looks like.
Hazard's number 3, C.J. Simpson, in on the tackle. Simpson having a good game defensively for Hazard. He's seen him in the backfield, several stops for a loss for the outside linebacker from Hazard.
That's going to be 3rd and 22 from the 24.
So Harlan going backwards after 2 negative plays, 2 runs. Hazard's defense really doing a good job keying in on that run. Harlan may put this one in the air. Varner in the gun, 3 wide receiver set. And a penalty on the play.
Delay of game.
Delay a game on Harlan, so back him up 5 more yards. 3rd and 26 now, Dalton, and it's a lot of ground to cover if you're the Green Dragons.
Third and 26.
Ball started on the 35. It's all the way back on the 19 now. 3rd and 26. Varner back in the shotgun.
You've got to go to the air on this if you're Harlan.
Varner with a snap. He's looking to pass. A lot of pressure. Pass out into the flat. Caught and dropped by the defensive player. And guess who made that tackle? Number 6, Connor Holbrook. We've talked a lot about Holbrook tonight. You know, he's got 3 touchdowns, 2 receiving, and a kickoff return. Coming into this game, he had 71 tackles on the season. So give him another one there. Harlan set to punt. Snap is back. Cal drops it. Now he's going to take off running, but he is not going to go far that way. Reverses his field back to the right side. Got a little room down that side, but Holbrook knocks him out of bounds. So turnover on downs for the Green Dragons, but Cal's, run got a lot of yardage back, Dalton.
Yeah.
So not, good field position for Hazard, but it could have been much worse if he doesn't get that punt away. So 1st and 10 for Hazard on the 35-yard line. Now for the Bulldogs, number 18, William Shoptaw in at quarterback. Played the whole second half last week against Clay County. Did a phenomenal job after Pelfrey went out with an injury. Shoptaw hands off to Blankenship. Makes a man miss. Tries to bounce it out the left side. Cuts it back. Got room down the left side. 10-5. Touchdown. Memphis Blankenship. Hazard's offense clicking on all cylinders. The 30-yard touchdown run from Blankenship puts Hazard on top 42-0.
Just perfect offense right now from Hazard. They've got the short field there starting at the 35, and Blankenship found a hole and found a cut to the outside, and he just took it and ran.
Yeah, just, made a man miss right about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Then when he got out wide, just turned on the jets and kicked it into overdrive to find the end zone. Shoptaw now going for the 2-point conversion. Shoptaw, toss sweep, and he's going to go in for the 2-point conversion. That was Blankenship on the carry. So Blankenship, 30-yard touchdown run, 2-point conversion, puts Hazard on top 44-0. Back after this break, you're listening to Bulldog Football right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
Nothing goes along with sports better than pizza, and nobody does pizza like Papa John's. Right now, you can dig into a delicious large Papa John's pizza with up to 5 toppings, or a Papa John's specialty pizza for just $14. Just mention the code 14ANY. That's 14ANY when you place your online or call-in order. $14 for a large 5-topping or specialty pizza. Delivery available at your local Papa John's in Hazard, Pikeville, or Paintsville.
Welcome back, folks, to Daniel Field here on the campus of Hazard High School. Hazard well in control of this one over Harlan, 44-0, 3 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. And Dalton, with this running clock, this second half's moving quickly.
It is very quickly, Only 3:35 left to go.
Memphis Blankenship with a 30-yard touchdown run. Titus Holland on the kickoff. It's fielded by Sharp. He's trying to reverse his field back to the right. Sharp got some room out there. He's going to be drugged down by Holland. Kicker making the tackle for Hazard, but Jonah Sharp does get out near midfield.
He's going to have the ball spotted around the 49.
Good return from Jonah Sharp that time for Harlan. I thought he dropped it. He initially sort of bobbled it.
Yeah.
That bobble may have given him that, split second, where the defender sort of slows down. And
they're just going to go ahead and spot the ball on the 50, it looks like.
The ball, nose of the ball on the 50-yard line for the Green Dragons. 1st and 10. 2:40 left here in the third quarter.
That clock not stopping for Harlan either.
No, that's, when you're a running team and you're behind and the clock's moving, it's hard to catch up.
Yeah.
Varner under center. Hands off to a Cal. He's met in the backfield once again by the Bulldog defense. And that's going to be big number 53 on the tackle. Don't have a name for 53. We'll try to get that to you. Made a nice play for a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, I don't have a name for 53 either.
Braden Klutz on the tackle. Nice play by Mr. Klutz.
So it's going to be 2nd and 12 from the 48.
He usually wears 73s and 53-9. Harlan with a run over the right side. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Braden Klutz in on another tackle. Making his presence known out there. We'll bring up 3rd and 10 now for Harlan. When you're Hazard in this situation, you're just, pinning your ears back. That, they're still going to try to run the ball.
Yeah.
And Hazard doing a good job getting off their blocks, getting in the backfield, and making tackles for no gain.
This quarter here, just about in the books. Minute to go.
55 seconds as Varner back in the under center. He's going to hand it off to his big fullback. Let's see who that is. I think it's Clem in the backfield.
Hunter Clem, yeah.
Hunter Clem, yep. Clem's hard to miss out there. He's a big kid. He's athletic, big broad shoulders, good-looking athlete for Harlan. Had a nice reception back in the first half. A couple good stops on defense for Mr. Clem.
It's going to be 4th and 7 from the 47.
If you're Harlan, you got nothing to lose here. You got to go for it.
Clem's position put in there as tight end, so
straight eye formation. We'll hand off to Sharp. He's running behind Clem. He's stopped for a loss. Braden Klutz throws him down. Turnover on downs. We'll give the ball back to Hazard as the third quarter comes to a close. We'll be back for the fourth quarter. Hazard on top 44-0 after this short break right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
You been in a car wreck, ain't ya? Yeah. Gonna call our mom and dad now, ain't ya? Yeah. They'll get you money, yeah.
You two cut that out. If you've been injured in a car wreck, call the Mullins Law Firm at 436-HURT. That's 436-HURT. Or visit us at 264 East Main Street in Hazard. This is an advertisement.
Yeah.
Welcome back, folks, to Daniel Field here at Hazard High School. The opening round of the 1A state football playoffs between Hazard and Harlan. Hazard on top big, 44-0. As we begin the fourth quarter of play, I'm Jeff Campbell along with Dalton Chandler tonight. And Dalton, Hazard, 2 quick touchdowns in the third quarter, just adding on to the lead.
Yeah, 2 quick touchdowns and 2 quick 2-point conversions as well.
William Shoptaw in the shotgun for Hazard. Shoptaw calls for the snap, gets it, handoff to Blankenship up the middle. He's got room. Gets by a man, stiff arm, down inside the 30-yard line.
Looks like that's going to be number 13 for Hazard.
Jadrian Wells.
Jadrian Wells, yeah.
Thought it was Blankenship. Wells and Blankenship built a lot alike. One's 11 and one's 13. And my eyes aren't as good as they used to be, but a nice run by Jadrian Wells. Jadrian Wells, another one of these talented sophomores that we've talked about for Hazard. He's in the backfield with Shoptaw. 4 wide receiver set. Shoptaw calls for the snap. Toss sweep to Wells, left side. Gets by the line of scrimmage, tripped up. Going to be marked around the 20-yard line. So
looks like it's going to be a gain of 7.
Gain of 7. Another nice run for Wells, and I thought he was going to take that one to the house. He had a clear path down that left sideline, but he's just tripped up.
So it's going to be 2nd and 3 from the 20.
Good run nonetheless. And that's one of the things right here. If you're Hazard, you got a freshman quarterback, sophomore running back. You've got, underclassmen all over the field. You're not taking your foot off the gas right here. You're trying to punch the ball in the end zone. Going to have a false start on Hazard. Move them back 5 yards. So we'll bring up 2nd and about 8 now for Hazard. Clock nearing the 10-minute mark. Shoptaw in the gun, gets the snap, handoff to Wells, runs, tries to go between the tackle, spin moves. Powell pushes him forward as he's going to be down back to where he was a few minutes ago, around the 20-yard line, bring up 3rd and about 2 for the Bulldogs. Wells, one of these tough runners. Him and Blankenship do a great job. When they run into some traffic, they get their pad level low, keep their legs moving, and they're always falling forward.
It's going to be 3rd and 3 from the 20.
Shoptaw back in the gun, 4 wide receiver set. Another handoff to Wells, tries to run left side, cuts it up, gets the first down, makes a man miss, runs over a man, 5 end zone. Jadrian Wells, nice touchdown run. I thought he was pinned in the backfield. He made a man miss, stiff-armed one, ran over one, and gets into the end zone for his first rushing touchdown of the night. His 2nd on the season, puts Hazard on top 50-0.
Hazard come out here and just really pouring it on Harlan here in the second half. They're going for the 2-point conversion as well.
They're going to go for 2. Shoptaw and Wells in the backfield. Shoptaw gets the snap, handoff to Wells up the middle. He's going to punch it in. 2-point conversion is good. Hazard on top 52-0. 8:30 left here in the ball game. We'll send it back to the station for a quick break right here on your East Kentucky Sports Network.
Perry Vinyl and Metal Sales is located on the Combs Road in the former 84 Lumber Building. Come and see their huge selection of mobile home parts, including doors, windows, roofing, guttering, and lots more. Perry Vinyl and Metal Sales, a family-owned business serving Southeast Kentucky for many years. Come say hi or call their friendly, knowledgeable staff at 435-7639. That's 435-7639. Perry Vinyl and Metal Sales on the Combs Road in Hazard.
Welcome back, folks, to Daniel Field here at Hazard High School. Bulldogs on top big over Harlan, 52-0, 7:45 left in the ball game. Dalton, Hazard putting on a show. Had 4 passing touchdowns in the first half, and they've had, 3 touchdowns on the ground here in the second.
And every time they go in for the touchdown, they're not kicking. They're coming back out and going for 2 more, trying to put more and more points on that board to just try to extend their lead as far as they can.
Well, one of the things with Hazard, the kicking game. I've done a lot of Hazard games this year, and I think they've only attempted 1 or 2, traditional kicks on as a point after touchdown. So it's one of the things that Coach Chandler, it's a perfect time to work on it. You can't work on a 2-point conversion unless you score a touchdown, as the kickoff fair catch is called by Harlan. So the Green Dragons will take over 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line.
The 2-point conversion becoming really prominent in high school football among all teams, actually.
Well, it's something you've got to work on.
Yeah.
You take the Bengals last night. They go for 2, and, you don't get it. But, how many times this season have the Bengals gone for 2? Probably not many. I don't know the answer to that. But conversely, look at Hazard. They score a touchdown, they go for 2. It's something that they work on. They've got different sets, and they've been pretty successful tonight. They've converted all of them but 2. So give credit to Coach Chandler. And
it's been very efficient for them here tonight.
It sure has. Harlan takes over 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. The Green Dragons looking to put some points on the board in this one. 6 minutes left on the clock. Baylor Varner under center. We'll hand it off to Jonah Sharp. Nice run up the middle by Sharp for a gain of 4, maybe 5. depending on the spot, but a good hard run by Sharp.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 47.
So we give him a gain of 4. Bryson Gayhart on the tackle there for Hazard. Harlan just taking their time, not being in any big hurry here. Obviously, the game is, the only thing left in doubt will be the final score. The play clock down to 15. Now they break the huddle. Varner under center. Straight I formation in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to his left. Varner hands it off to Sharp, bounces it out the right side. Got some room to run out here. Knocked out of bounds.
He's going to be spotted out of bounds around the 43.
Gain's going to be good enough for Green Dragon first down. First and 10 for Harlan. Move the ball into Hazard territory. And, other than the first quarter, not really been in Hazard territory much tonight, Dalton.
No, they haven't been.
First and 10 on the Hazard 43-yard line. Varner under center. Hand off to Sharp. Nice cutback, but he is met in the middle of that Bulldog defense and thrown for a loss by Hazard's number. Nusspickle on the stop. Davin Nusspickle, number 58. My old eyes failed me again. I thought it was 56, but nice tackle by Nusspickle after about a 2-yard gain by Jonah Sharp.
Ball's on the 44-yard line, 2nd and 8. They gave him a gain of 2 on that last play right there.
Darius Acal dots the I formation for the Green Dragons. Handoff is to Acal up the middle. Maybe gain of 1. Bring up 3rd and about 5 for the Green Dragons.
Ball going to be spotted on the 39, it looks like.
Cal may be cramping up a little bit. Man, give him a lot of credit. He's played a heck of a ball game. Tough young man for Harlan. You've ran it up the middle and you've been met with a vengeance by the Hazard defense, and he hits the hole hard. He's a hard, tough runner, and hate to see him cramping up out there right now.
Yeah.
3 minutes, 12 seconds on the clock. It is stopped for the injury. Appears to be cramping for Darius Acal. Gives Hazard a chance to regroup on the sideline. Talk to defensive coordinator Corey Martin.
One thing about Harlan here, they have gave it everything they've got tonight and fought from the first kickoff, and I guarantee they're going to fight until that last buzzer sounds.
Yeah, they are, and it's a credit to Coach Williams, their coaching staff, their players. They come in here shorthanded. I only counted 21 kids, and if you look over there, not a lot of numbers on the sideline, obviously for Harlan, and you see that some years in these Class A schools. They some years, they have 40 kids, and just a down year numbers wise for Harlan, but they finished 3rd in their district, a couple wins on the season.
Mm-hmm.
I think both of those were against district opponents, and give them a lot of credit, and congratulate them on their season. And
it's hard when you don't have a bunch of those backup players that can come in and take over roles for players that have been in there the whole game and are getting tired and come in, give them some relief.
If you've got 21 players, 11 of them are out there on the field.
Yeah.
So you don't have guys going 2 ways. You've got guys offense, defense, and special teams.
Yeah.
And, against Hazard, who's got some skill positions, and they've got some guys that go both ways, but they're able to sub and give some people a break as Baylor Varner back under centers. We're back to play. Varner with the snap, hands it to Jonah Sharp. Tries the right side. He's met and dropped by Jagger Fields.
Looks like right at the line of scrimmage as well.
So it'll bring up 4th down for Harlan. And Hazard here, wanting to pitch a shutout. They pitched a shutout last week against Clay County, and to pitch 2 shutouts in a row, and have to make you feel pretty good about your defense as you move to the second round of the playoffs. We'll go to Williamsburg next week and play a very good Williamsburg team. Williamsburg, just looking at their record, 8-1 on the year. Williamsburg beat this Harlan Independent team, 28-12 back on November 1st. So, if you compare the two, and it's hard to compare, games like that, but Williamsburg, they beat Harlan 38-0. Hazard beats them 52-0. So, you can compare that a little bit if you'd like, but Hazard at Williamsburg next week, a very winnable game for the Bulldogs. Varner back under center. Fakes the handoff to Sharp. He's rolling out, looking to pass. He's going to be chased out of bounds. And it's going to be a flag against Hazard. Pushed him maybe after he'd stepped out of bounds. So the 15-yard penalty against the Bulldogs will give Harlan a 1st down as the clock winds under 1 minute to go. If you're Harlan, you're still here trying to put points on the board. I'll give them credit. 4th down, they try the rollout pass.
See if you can get there into the end zone, put some points on the board.
So the personal foul on Hazard will give Harlan a 1st down. Now the referees are talking, and I don't know that we're going to have time to get a play off. The clock's under 30 seconds. Definitely taking their time stepping this one off. So now they're stepping it off, but the clock's under 10 seconds. So too little, too late, as Harlan's going to go down at the hands of the Hazard Bulldogs. Hazard wins this one 52-0. The playoff win will be the first for head coach Matt Chandler, and he'll have a chance to make it number 2 next week as the Bulldogs will travel to Williamsburg. Have to go on the road in the second round, but they'll deal with that and get ready for that this week. They're going to enjoy this victory over Harlan, 52-0. And we'll step away for a commercial break. When we come back, we'll wrap this one up for you right here on the East Kentucky Sports Network.
Nothing goes along with sports better than pizza, and nobody does pizza like Papa John's. Right now, you can dig into a delicious large Papa John's pizza with up to 5 toppings, or a Papa John's specialty pizza for just $14. Just mention the code 14ANY. That's 14ANY when you place your online or call-in order. $14 for a large 5-topping or specialty pizza. Delivery available at your local Papa John's in Hazard, Pikeville, or Paintsville.
Perry Vinyl and Metal Sales is located on the Combs Road in the former 84 Lumber Building. Come and see their huge selection of mobile home parts, including doors, windows, roofing, guttering, and lots more. Perry Vinyl and Metal Sales, a family-owned business serving Southeast Kentucky for many years. Come say hi or call their friendly, knowledgeable staff at 435-7639. That's 435-7639. Perry Vinyl and Metal Sales on the Combs Road in Hazard.
At TVS, we've been working hard preparing for the future. Well, the future is now. TVS offers digital cable, digital phone service, high-speed internet, and a fiber optic infrastructure. We're a local company putting money back into our local economy while supporting our local schools and organizations. What about those other guys? You know, those big out-of-town companies. What have they done for you lately? Mountain people serving mountain people. TVS, 606-439-3167.
You been in a car wreck, ain't ya? Yeah? Gonna call our mom and dad now, ain't ya? Yeah? They'll get you money, yeah?
You two cut that out. If you've been injured in a car wreck, call the Mullins Law Firm at 436-HURT. That's 436-HURT. Or visit us at 264 East Main Street in Hazard. This is an advertisement.
Yeah.
Are you or a loved one managing diabetes? At the Mary E. Martin Diabetes Center, located at Primary Care Centers of Eastern Kentucky, we provide personalized, comprehensive care from a team of skilled local providers you can trust. Dr. John Jones, Dr. Kendall Bowling, and Larissa Miller provide personalized diabetes management plans, diabetic foot care, and insulin pump clinic, and much more. Take control of your diabetes with the support of caring professionals close to home. Call us today at 606-439-1300.
They are the electric motor headquarters, Maggard Electric, Southeast Kentucky's #1 to repair or replace your small electric motors. Maggard Electric is ESA approved. They can replace air compressor motors, swimming pool pumps, heating and cooling motors, motors for heat pumps, air conditioners, and so much more. Over 300 electric motors in stock, and if they don't have it, they can get it. Maggard Electric, still strong, still serving Southeast Kentucky. Located 6 miles north of Hazard on Highway 15. Open 7:30 till 4 Monday through Friday. 436-6886.
Welcome back, folks, to Hazard High School's Daniel Field, where the Hazard Bulldogs have defeated the Harlan Green Dragons by a score of 52-0 to advance to the second round of the state football playoffs in Dalton. Just a dominating performance tonight by Hazard.
Yes, dominating performance. Total of 462 yards on the night for the Bulldogs, and getting 231 rushing yards and also 231 passing yards as well in there.
It's pretty even. You look for balance, and that's about as balanced as you can get.
Yeah.
Hazard got the scoring started in the first quarter on a Max Pelfrey to Gavin Johnson touchdown in the 3-minute, 50-second mark of the first quarter. In the second quarter, they opened the gates. Max Pelfrey to Javion Fullwood on a 14-yard touchdown pass. Then Max Pelfrey to Connor Holbrook for 32 yards. And then about a minute later, Max Pelfrey hit Connor Holbrook again for a 13-yard touchdown. And they led 28-0 at the half. Connor Holbrook got things started quickly in the third quarter. He returned the opening kickoff back to the house for an 80-yard touchdown kickoff return. Memphis Blankenship had the 2-point conversion that put Hazard on top 36-0. Memphis Blankenship added a 30-yard run and 2-point conversion at 4:15 in the third quarter to make it 44-0 Hazard. And then Jadrian Wells with a run and 2-point conversion made it 52-0 Hazard. And that's your final score. Bulldogs on top, win big next week at Williamsburg. And that should be a dandy football game, Dog.
It should be. Williamsburg got a really good team, and they're looking to make their case for a state playoff run as well.
Yeah, that's the winner of that Hazard Williamsburg game can really make some noise the following week. It shakes down to the RPI. They sort of reformulate everything, move the bracket around a little bit, and the winner of that game, may have a chance at a home game. If there's an upset or so, the folks here at Hazard certainly hoping that next week's on the road at Williamsburg, but maybe 2 weeks from now,
could
the Bulldogs
possibly be back here
hosting another playoff game, and we certainly wish them the best. Hazard moves to 7-4 on the season. Once again, they'll take on Williamsburg next week in round number 2. Harlan finishes their season at 2-9, and we certainly want to congratulate them and their seniors on an outstanding season. A lot of class from the folks in Harlan. They fought hard and just came up short tonight.
Sure did. And to their seniors, you want to extend your appreciation to them. This is their last game they'll play in a Harlan uniform.
That's exactly right.
And it's hard. It is.
Oh,
it's hard.
It's tough. And a lot of teams now, at that point you come to that. You lose, and it's over for your seniors and for everybody else. You've got to regroup, get better, stronger, and come back next year. We certainly want to wish Gavin Johnson well. He left the game after an apparent leg injury. Never did return.
Not even to the sideline.
And Hazard didn't really need him. And, a lot of folks stepped up in his absence and made some plays. And Hazard once again with a big victory, 52-0 over Harlan. We'll go ahead and wrap this one up. For my broadcast partner tonight, Dalton Chandler, sure enjoyed it. For their producer, Mike Reeves, for Neil and Robbie out on the cameras, for everybody back at the station, all of our sponsors, all of our listeners, we sure appreciate you folks. And tune us in next week as we'll be in Williamsburg to cover the Bulldogs. And until then, stay safe, and we'll catch you soon right here on the East Kentucky Sports Network.